So this is a Sterling Eccles Sport. Just going to take you around the Caravan and show you how it operates. The hitch up procedure you'll get sent in another video. We've got that separately, and that will demonstrate how that works, and also the ATC. In the front locker, as you can see, I've put a gas bottle on there just so you can see everything's working on gas. Gas regulator at the top, and reverse thread fitment on the gas pipe work going to the bottle itself. Truma heating vent on the side of the van, so essentially that is the heating vent, or flue should I say, for the gas system and the hot water system. You've then got your wind down leg on either corner at the front of the van, so you wind that down with the jack leg handle that is in the front locker. You've then got your water pump connection going into the aqua roll, so that pipe just drops down inside the aqua roll and connects to the side of the van. It's connected to the side of the van, blue trigger on the side, you simply pull it back or push it into place on the side of the Caravan. Battery box, we've left the battery in there to demonstrate the motor mover is working at the end of the video, and then you've got your mains power lead connected to the van, as you can see. You've then got your fridge vents on the side of the Caravan. So the top one there, where you can see this panel on the end, it's got a gas flue there for when the Caravan fridge is operating on gas. And at the bottom you've got your heat vents as well. Motor mover and wheel nuts we'll come back to later in the video. The top tank that you see here at the back of the Caravan is a 3.5 litre flush tank for the toilet system, and you also put a cap full of the pink fluid in there. At the bottom you have your toilet waste cassette, so you pull up the orange handle and pull it towards you. You've got the waste neck just here that you turn out to tip the waste away. You've got a measure just here for the blue fluid, so when I say one capful, that is what I mean. And you've got an orange pressure relief valve on the back of the toilet cassette to allow the waste, or when you're tipping the waste away, so it doesn't spit and splatter back at you. Handle at the bottom pulls out, so you can pull the toilet cassette along when you're going to take it to the waste disposal, or the empty, should I say. On the back of the Caravan on either side you've got your wind down legs, so as you can see that's what a leg would look like when it's down. You never ever lift the Caravan with the wind down legs because it could potentially damage the floor of the Caravan. And again on this side of the van you've got your front wind down leg, your wheel nuts and your motor mover. Going inside the van now. So inside the Caravan, as you can see, all been cleaned and ready to go. Above the door behind me, you've got the main control panel for the Caravan, so you've got your main power on and off. You've got your water pump run, which I'll come back to in a second and demonstrate how that works. You've got your leisure battery voltage on this side, and the vehicle power on this side. So if you're running the fridge, for instance, from the car as a cool box, which I'll explain in a moment, you'll be able to see the voltage it's putting through to the battery, to the 12-volt system from the car. Next to that, you've got your heating and hot water control panel. Again, I'll come back to this in a moment. Diagram at the top here indicates to me that we've got power coming from the power on site to the Caravan, and if you connect it to the car, you'll have an orange light on the car and a green light on the Caravan. First thing you're going to do once the power is turned on above the door, apart from turn on the lights so you can see what you're doing, you're going to come over to each tap on board the Caravan. Now at the moment I've already filled the water system, but you're going to come over to each tap and open it on the hot side of the water system. So as you can see here, it's fully open on the hot side, and the same on the taps in the bathroom, on the sink and the shower. So as you can see, everything is working as you'd expect it to. So you're going to open all the taps up, then come to the drain down valve with your aqua roll connected on the outside, to the yellow valve you see just underneath the seat. Now that yellow valve is a drain down valve, so that yellow valve, when it is parallel with the floor, is actually so you can fill the water system and it will hold the water within the system. If you lift that valve upright and point it towards the bottom of the seat, it will actually drain the water system down completely, so there will be no water in the system at that point. Once you've filled the water system, the water will run continuously out of every tap on board the Caravan, as you can see, and that is warm. I'm sure you can probably appreciate it as it's running on gas at the moment. So the water system will fill up, and once you've filled the water system completely on board the Caravan, you'll be able to start warming the water via the control panel up above the door. So to access the control panel, you're going to press the central button. First of all, you've got your internal temperature for the Caravan. So that's basically your heating. So you can spin the dial to where you want the heating to be. So for instance, 20 degrees. Press the button and that will set the temperature for the inside of the Caravan. Next across, we have the water temperature. So at the minute the water is turned off. You can either have it on 40, 60 or boost, depending on if you're showering on board the van. So if you're going to shower, you'd put it onto boost. And again, you'll just select the water temperature you want, that'd be 40, 60 or boost, by pressing the central button. The warning here at the bottom's come on because at the moment it's trying to operate on gas and the gas isn't turned on at the moment. Oh, there we go, it's ignited now. But if you want to select gas, electric, mains, etc. as a power source, what you'll need to do is press the arrow back, go to the bottle that you see here, and so as I was saying, we go across to the power source, which is just here. You've got gas on its own, mix of gas and 1000 watts of electric together, mix 2, which is a mix of 2000 watts and gas at the same time, electric 1, which is 1000 watts of power, and electric 2 is 2000 watts of power. So for instance, if you're on a site where you didn't have a electrical hookup, you'd have to use the gas for the heating and hot water. If you're on a site with minimal power, which is 1000 watts, like we are here, you'd have to run it as a mix of gas and electric at the same time. If you're on a site that can run 2000 watts of power, then I'd advise you use the 2000 watts of power to full advantage and use the electric to heat the water systems and the heating on board the van. To set the fan speed, you've either got eco, high on this particular van. So if you put it onto high, the fans will kick in and that will start blowing the warm air around the Caravan from the vents, as you can see just down there. So the heat will come from them vents around the Caravan. When I go back into the control panel here, you'll notice that at the bottom here you've got an icon for setting the heating and hot water timing. We do advise for this that you read the manual and set it via the manual. You've got another button here, another option here to set the clock on the control panel, and then there's some options in here for the engineers. Going over to the fridge next, to get the fridge to come on. You've got a power button on the left hand side. You've got gas operation, so the fridge will ignite on gas essentially. If it failed to ignite on gas for any reason, the warning light on the right hand side here would flash, and if you're on gas or mains, you control the temperature of the fridge with the button just here. If you want to go over to 240 power as a power supply, press the button, and as you'll see, that has now lit up blue there, and again, like I said, you'd use the temperature control just here. 12 volt, at the moment it's flashing at me telling me we're not connected to a car, and that is simply to use the fridge as a cool box while you are travelling. So you'd have to turn the power on for the fridge and put it onto the 12 volt mode or 12 volt battery, but that is the 12 volt supply from your car and not the Caravan. So that's the fridge and heating systems gone through. To turn the fridge back off, sorry, just press the button here and it will turn the fridge off. Next up, I'm just going to ignite the grill, hob and oven so you can see everything is working as it should be in the video. The electric ring, I can't exactly demonstrate that in the video because there's no indicator that that is coming on. As you can see, the hob has ignited, and hopefully you can see that in the video that they're all burning. The grill underneath, again I'm going to show you that working so you can see it all igniting the way it should do. I'll move the camera in a second so you can see it better. As you can see, the grill is lighting. The oven, sorry, as you can see just about through that glass just there, that it's ignited and working as it should. Microwave, fairly self-explanatory, but just so you can see it's all working. As you can see, come on, counting down on the control panel there, but I'm just going to stop it as there's nothing in there. So that is working as it should. In the rear of the Caravan, taps working same as a household. Just be very gentle with them when you are turning them on off, because they are on a micro switch. To flush the toilet system, you'd press the electric flush just here on top of the toilet. You've got a full indicator light for the toilet waste cassette, so that will illuminate red when the toilet cassette is full. Then at the bottom, just here of the toilet, you've got a waste flap that you need to push open into the position it's in now to allow the toilet waste to go down in the cassette underneath the van. As you can see, everything has been cleaned, ready for you to collect. The next thing we are going to go through is on the outside of the Caravan. I'll do my very best to speak as loud as I can because it's a little bit windy out there today. And we'll walk you through the how the motor mover works. It may be a case of I demonstrate the mover going over, then I'll talk you through what I've done that for. I may come back inside the Caravan to talk you through that. So to operate the motor mover, you first of all need to grab the silver bar that you see here. You'll bring it down onto the side of the Caravan, to the nut, put it onto the side of the van. You'll lock it over into position like so it's up against the wheel. You'll check the other side. And as you can see, that side is up against the wheel as well. While we're around here, we can turn the power on in the locker just here. So put the power key in. Turn it 90 degrees, turn the power on. On the way past, we'll take the handbrake off. You'll then come up to the controller inside the van. You'll press the 2 green buttons on the controller and that will become live, as you can see. Then in theory we'll have backwards, so you'll have backwards, as I said, you'll have forwards, you'll have your turns as you go round. It's a bit too windy to demonstrate the van, it's just rocking the van side to side. Then to turn the controller off, you'll press the 2 green buttons, as you can see here. You'll disconnect the motor mover. Then come back to the front of the van, put the handbrake on. And then you'll isolate the power in the locker on the side. And that's the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, please do contact us here at the Caravan Company.